The mining industry remains one of the most profitable sectors on the planet. Throughout the entire history of humanity, the extraction of minerals has played an enormous role in the development of civilization. People mined metal, coal, gold, and many other resources that became the foundation of industry and the economy. But over time, not only the industry itself changed, the tools it uses changed as well. Today, these are no longer simple picks and mine carts, but gigantic machines capable of moving millions of tons of earth. These mechanical giants dig, crush, lift, and transport rock, performing work that was once done by thousands of people. In this video, we will look at 15 of the most incredible mining machines ever built. Bagger 288 is a true mechanical giant, created by the German company ThyssenKrupp. The machine was built by order of the energy and mining company RWE to remove enormous layers of overburden at the Hambach coal mine in Germany. This colossus is capable of extracting up to 240,000 tons of coal per day. Bagger 288 belongs to the type of machines known as bucket wheel excavators. It is a huge mobile installation for open-pit mining. The machine began operating in the year 1978. Its dimensions are astonishing. The length is approximately 721 feet. The width is about 151 feet, and the height reaches 315 feet. The total weight of the machine is around 13,500 tons. The enormous wheel of the machine is equipped with 18 buckets, each of which is capable of taking in about 86 cubic feet of material. Interestingly, 5 years were spent designing the machine, and another 5 years were required for its assembly. After construction was completed, Bagger 288 became the heaviest land vehicle in the world. Previously, this record belonged to the legendary machine Big Muskie, which we will talk about later. Bagger 288 held this title until the year 1995, when an even heavier bucket wheel excavator, Bagger 293, appeared, weighing 14,200 tons. The construction cost of Bagger 288 exceeded $100 million. The next machine on our list is known as the Captain. Its official name is Marion 6360. This is a huge power shovel built by the Marion Shovel Company and completed in the year 1965. The machine began its career at the mines of the Southwestern Illinois Coal Corporation, but later the company was acquired by Arch Coal, and the machine received a new red, white, and blue paint scheme. The dimensions of this machine are impressive. The length is about 319 feet. The width is approximately 88 feet, and the height is around 210 feet. The machine's bucket was capable of holding about 180 cubic yards of material. The total weight of the structure was approximately 12,700 tons. Construction of the machine took 18 months and required about 150,000 man-hours of work. After construction was completed, the Captain received the title of the largest power shovel in the world. The machine operated successfully for many years until an accident occurred in September of 1991. One of the hydraulic lines burst, hot fluid reached an electrical panel, and caused a severe fire. The damage was too serious, and a year later the machine was dismantled for scrap. Nevertheless, the Captain remained in history as one of the most powerful mining mechanisms of its time. Bucyrus RH 400 is considered the largest hydraulic excavator in the world. The machine was introduced in Germany by the company Terex in the year 1997. Later, Terex's mining equipment division was acquired by Bucyrus, and then Bucyrus became part of Caterpillar. This excavator belongs to the category of front shovel mining machines and weighs approximately 889 tons. The length of its crawler base is about 10 meters, and the bucket capacity reaches 45 cubic meters. The machine is equipped with two 16-cylinder Cummins diesel engines that develop a combined output of about 4,400 horsepower. The height to the top point of the cab is approximately 33 feet. Thanks to its size and power, the Bucyrus RH400 is capable of lifting enormous volumes of rock in a single pass, which makes it one of the most efficient machines in the modern mining industry. Le Tourneau L2 1350 is a massive wheel loader used in open-pit mining. It is listed in the Guinness Book of Records as the largest earth-moving loader in the world. The machine was created by the company Komatsu and has impressive characteristics. Its payload reaches 400 tons, and the operating load is about 160,000 pounds. The bucket lift height reaches approximately 24 feet, and the bucket reach is about 11.5 feet. The machine is equipped with an engine producing about 2,300 horsepower. The fuel tank can hold more than 3,900 liters of fuel. In photographs, people can often be seen sitting inside the bucket of this machine, and beside it, they look tiny. When this giant begins to work, it is capable of moving enormous volumes of earth in a very short time. Underground mines are distinguished by narrow tunnels and limited space, so special machines are used there. One of these machines is the Komatsu 22HD, a low-profile front-end loader designed for underground mining. The machine was developed in the United States and is used to transport material from deep inside the mine to the surface. The Komatsu 22HD has a length of about 11.7 meters and a width of approximately 8.2 meters. The weight of the machine is about 58 tons. It is equipped with a hybrid drive system and an engine producing about 550 horsepower. Despite its compactness, the machine is capable of carrying fairly heavy loads and reaching speeds of up to 27 kilometers per hour. The machine's bucket is capable of lifting about 27 tons of material. Komatsu D5 175 A is one of the largest production bulldozers in the world. The machine was manufactured from the year 1989 to the year 2012. Its length is about 38 feet, its width is approximately 24 feet, and its height is about 16 feet. The weight of the base model exceeds 280,000 pounds, while the superdozer version weighs more than 330,000 pounds. These machines were used at large mines in Australia, Japan, and the United States. The enormous blade, about 11 feet high and 24 feet wide, makes it possible to move huge masses of earth. Thanks to their power and reliability, these bulldozers became indispensable on major mining projects. Sometimes conditions in a mine are so difficult that ordinary equipment simply cannot work effectively. The bottom of the pit may be unstable, swampy, or even underwater. In such situations, bucket chain excavators come to the rescue. These heavy machines are used in open-pit mining and in dredging operations. Their operating principle differs from that of most familiar excavators. Instead of a single bucket, a long chain is used, on which many buckets are attached. This chain rotates continuously and moves enormous volumes of rock. In design, such machines resemble bucket wheel excavators, but there is an important difference between them. Bucket wheel machines remove material at the level of their working plane, whereas bucket chain excavators can extract material below the level of the machine. The buckets are attached to a flexible chain similar to the chain of a chainsaw, which allows them to work even in difficult conditions. The history of these machines goes back to the middle of the 19th century. It is believed that the first similar designs appeared around the year 1859 and were associated with the French entrepreneur Alphonse Couvreur. Since then, the size of such machines has increased significantly, and modern models are capable of moving enormous volumes of material, although in scale, they still fall short of gigantic bucket wheel excavators. Hydraulic excavators are one of the most recognizable machines in construction and the mining industry. They can be seen on roadworks, construction sites, and in quarries. These machines are valued for their versatility and their ability to work in confined spaces. The design of a hydraulic excavator consists of several main elements: the boom, the arm, the bucket, and the hydraulic cylinders. It is these elements that perform the main work of earth removal. Movement is controlled through the hydraulic system, which regulates oil pressure and ensures precise control of every movement of the machine. Engineers often compare the design of the excavator to the structure of a human arm. The boom resembles the shoulder and upper arm, the arm is similar to the forearm, and the bucket can be compared to a hand that grasps material. One of the main advantages of these machines is the ability to quickly change attachments. The bucket can be replaced with hydraulic shears, drilling equipment, or crushing tools. Thanks to such versatility, hydraulic excavators are gradually replacing many specialized machines in the mining sector. Komatsu, 14 cm. 27 is a continuous mining machine used in underground mineral extraction. The machine is produced in the United States and is intended for work in hard rock. Unlike some gigantic machines that remain practically motionless, the Komatsu 14 cm27 can move independently thanks to its crawler system. The design of the machine includes a cutting drum and a conveyor system. During operation, the cutting mechanism breaks the rock, after which the material is automatically fed onto the conveyor and transported further through the mining system. Since this machine has to work with very hard rock, it is made from high-strength materials and is distinguished by high reliability. During rock cutting, the machine sprays water onto the working surface. This reduces friction and cools the cutting elements, increasing their service life. The power of the machine is about 930 horsepower. In addition, there are several modifications of this model intended for different mining conditions. After the rock has been mined, it must be transported. That is exactly why special haul trucks and transport machines are used. One of these machines is the CAT AD 63, an underground articulated truck created by Caterpillar. This machine is designed for transporting large volumes of material from mines to the surface or to storage areas. The CAT AD 63 was developed in such a way as to provide high productivity at relatively low operating costs. The length of the machine is approximately 12.5 meters, and the width is about 3 meters. The weight of the machine is about 52 tons. However, the main feature of this machine is its powerful engine. It develops about 780 horsepower. Thanks to this, the CAT AD 63 is capable of carrying heavy loads at fairly high speed. The maximum speed of the machine can exceed 40 miles per hour. The dump body is capable of holding up to 63 tons of material, and the reinforced steel structure provides stability when carrying heavy loads along difficult underground haul routes. Bucket wheel excavators are among the largest machines ever created by humanity. They are designed to work with soft layers of rock and overburden in enormous open pits. Such machines work continuously and are capable of moving up to 12,000 cubic meters of material per hour. Their design is based on a huge rotating wheel on which dozens of buckets are mounted. As the wheel rotates, the buckets continuously scoop up the material and transfer it onto a conveyor system. Some of these machines are true giants. For example, the bucket wheel excavator Bagger 293 weighs about 14,200 tons and is considered the heaviest land vehicle ever created. The first bucket wheel excavators appeared back in the 1920s. Since then, their design has hardly changed, but their size has increased significantly. Modern models can work even in extremely cold conditions, at temperatures down to -49 degrees Fahrenheit. Despite the appearance of more versatile hydraulic machines, bucket wheel excavators are still used in the largest mines because of their incredible productivity. The tunnel boring machine, known as a tunnel boring machine or simply a TBM, is powerful equipment intended for creating tunnels. Sometimes it is called a mole, and that comparison is fully justified. These machines are capable of driving tunnels through many different types of soil and rock. The main feature of a TBM is its round cutting head, which makes it possible to create tunnels with a smooth circular cross-section. There are various models of such machines designed for different conditions: soft, wet ground, sand, or hard rock. The diameter of the tunnels such machines can create may vary from approximately 3.5 feet to more than 58 feet. For very small tunnels, other technologies are usually used, such as horizontal directional drilling. But when it comes to large transport or infrastructure projects, tunnel boring machines become practically indispensable. They can be used not only for round tunnels. In some cases, they are applied to create horseshoe-shaped, square, or even U-shaped tunnels. In addition, TBMs often replace traditional drilling and blasting methods. Since these machines form relatively smooth tunnel walls, the cost of subsequent lining is significantly reduced. They also create less vibration and disturb the surrounding ground less, which is especially important during construction in cities. True, tunnel boring machines also have disadvantages. They are very expensive and difficult to transport. However, in the construction of long tunnels, their use proves economically beneficial because they make it possible to speed up the work process significantly. Sometimes mining requires work with especially hard rock. For such tasks, P and H electric rope shovels are used. These machines are capable of efficiently moving enormous volumes of material even in the most difficult open-pit conditions. The manufacturer of these machines is the company Komatsu. Electric rope shovels are distinguished by robust construction, modern control systems, and high reliability. There are several models of these machines, each designed for certain mining conditions. The operating principle is based on the use of powerful electric motors and a system of steel ropes that control the bucket. Such a design makes it possible to efficiently load large mining haul trucks. The machines have spacious working platforms and the characteristic twin-leg dipper handle design. Electric rope shovels are often used as the main loading tool at major mining enterprises. One of the important advantages of such machines is their environmental friendliness. Since they operate on electric power, the level of emissions is significantly lower compared to equipment using diesel engines. In addition, when connected to power sources from wind or solar power plants, such machines can operate with practically no carbon footprint. Thanks to high efficiency and long service life, electric rope shovels remain one of the most popular types of equipment in large mines. When we talk about mining, most people imagine enormous open pits or deep underground mines. However, in recent years, another direction has attracted more and more attention: the extraction of resources from the ocean floor. With the development of technology, it has become possible to use special machines for work at enormous ocean depths. The seabed remains one of the least explored territories of our planet, and research shows that significant deposits of minerals may be located there. That is exactly why some companies began developing technologies for deep-sea mining. One of these companies was Nautilus Minerals, a Canadian-Australian corporation. In the year 2015, it presented the first underwater mining machines of this kind in the world. These units are remotely operated machines capable of breaking up the seabed and extracting minerals. Their development became an important step in the growth of the industry. It is assumed that significant reserves of gold, copper, nickel, and other valuable metals may be located on the ocean floor. Previously, mining at great depths was considered too expensive and difficult. So many projects were economically unprofitable. However, new technologies may change the situation. The underwater complex consists of 3 main machines. Each of them has a length of about 50 feet, a width of approximately 20 feet, and a weight from 220 to 340 tons. The machines are controlled remotely from a ship on the surface. A special pumping system raises the crushed rock to the surface through a pipeline. First, one machine levels the seabed, then the second grinds the rock into a fine mass. After that, the material is lifted to the surface, where the water is separated from the solid particles and returned back into the ocean. If such technologies prove successful, the extraction of minerals from the ocean floor may become one of the most promising directions of the future. As in any industry, the mining sector has machines that became true legends. One of these machines was the giant excavator Big Muskie. It was built for coal mining and for a long time was considered one of the largest machines on the planet. Big Muskie was an enormous Bucyrus-Erie dragline excavator belonging to the Central Ohio Coal Company. Its dimensions were truly impressive. The height of the machine was comparable to about a 22-story building. The total weight was around 12,200 tons. The machine operated from the year 1969 to the year 1991. Its length reached 487 feet. Its width was about 151 feet, and its height came to 222 feet. Big Muskie was the largest single-bucket machine ever created by humanity. The bucket of this excavator was so enormous that 2 Greyhound intercity buses placed side by side could fit inside it. The construction of the machine took 2 years and more than 200,000 man-hours of labor. At the moment of its creation, the cost of Big Muskie was about $25 million. If this amount is recalculated with inflation taken into account, today it is approximately $185 million. The machine moved with the help of enormous hydraulic feet that allowed it to slowly walk across the mine. Most of the systems worked on an electro-hydraulic principle, while the main drives were electric. During operation, Big Muskie consumed an enormous amount of energy, enough to supply approximately 27,000 homes. The machine worked around the clock, and rotating crews of 5 people worked on it. Its operation cost tens of thousands of dollars per hour. In May of the year 1999, the machine was finally dismantled after it had stood idle for almost 9 years. Despite protests from historians and local residents, it could not be preserved in full. The only surviving part was the enormous bucket, which today is installed in AEP Recreation Land as a monument to the miners of southeastern Ohio. That is why Big Muskie remains one of the most famous mining machines in history and rightfully concludes our list of the most incredible machines created for the extraction of minerals.